The sun's starting to set on North Texas. Before I start this next prison talk, let me tell you, I just built this house, just been here not very long at all, and that's why that grass is like that. That's sod, and that's like the natural grass, and it's moving in, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna take a while, because like I said, we just built this house. It took about 19 months, 10 months longer than it was supposed to, but anyway, back to prison talk. I was responding to somebody's question, right? Or statement, I should say. And it got me thinking about the glorification of some of the most negative things in the world, right? Like, and I'm guilty of it too, man, because when I was coming up, man, the music that I like to listen to was, man, to keep it real, like, I'm from the streets, right? Or I told y'all that. I'm not fucking playing. I don't care if y'all believe me or not. But like, when I was coming up, like, you listen to the most hardcore shit that you can listen to. Like, my shit was Brother Lynch, X-Rated. I was on the West Coast a lot, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm straight. It's EBK all day, every day, to the day I die. I'm creeping through your set with a Mini Mac 10, y'all 1.5. Rule good with a 12 gauge pump and a trunk and a black beanie disguise. The killer that you can't see just because of the blocks that looks over my... Man, don't get me started now. Like, I was in the streets for real. My buddies were all in the streets. And by the grace of God, in my wrongdoings, I was afforded another opportunity with my life. And I came back down to the South, where I was originally from, and I slowed back down, you know what I'm saying? And it took me until I was about 25 years old to get my shit back together, you know what I'm saying? And I was a little knucklehead, and I was a shithead, and I glorified everything that was wrong. My buddies had all been to the pen, and I was on my way to the pen too. And that's, if I could change anything right now, it would be this idea that the only route that you can go is the one that's going to possibly lead you to the pen, right? Because all that fast money making stuff, if you're a jack boy, or a dope dealer, if you just hustling people, all that shit will eventually lead you to the joint. And then what we tend to do, we make music right now about the joint. We make music about popping pills. We're like, yeah, pop a perk just to get it started. Let me tell you something about popping perks. One day, you get addicted to those perks, and you can't come off of those Percocets because you pop so many, or you drink so much codeine, you can't come off none. Now you got to take other medication to stay off of those medications, you know what I'm saying? Or you got to end up in somebody's recovery center somewhere, you know what I mean? You got do the crime, then you end up going to the prison. Now you done fucked yourself out of jobs, you know what I'm saying? Then you smoking weed, you doing things you can't do in these states where they ain't legal. What happens when the job asks you for a piss test? You know what I'm saying? Like, you done fucked yourself out that money, you know, man? Like, it's so fucking easy to do right when the right people are around you. That's the fucking truth of the matter. You're never going to be able to do right if you keep yourself limited to your little neighborhood, your little streets, where you think this is just your destiny. Because that's a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? It's a lie you tell yourself to become complacent. You become settled in at the fucking bottom. You couldn't have told me whenever I was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 years old that I would one day be sitting in a big old fucking house on a lot of land with cars, luxury cars, the whole fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? I got the American dream somehow. But I'm going to tell you like this too, like I'm a fucking outlier. My family is still poor. Still putting it together, still working on getting it together. Some of them have given up and they're in the streets and they ain't never going to get it together, nor do they want to. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad, and I feel for them. I hope one day they find it in their heart to fucking change that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because can nobody change that? And me handing them money ain't going to change nothing. It's going to have to come from with them changing that. I know this shit is turning into more like a lecture than a prison talk, but this is real. It's relevant and real. You know what I mean? We're all capable of doing more. We're capable of doing more than what we ever even dreamed of. I couldn't even dreamt this. Man, I thought like living good was going to be like, you know, have a decent car, a decent job, and getting in an apartment and a family or something. I thought, man, that was it. And that is a decent, good life. But the reality is, if I would have cared to dream bigger, like I could have never envisioned all this land. The swimming pools, the fireplaces, the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? I could have never envisioned that. And You just have to surround yourself with people that think differently. And if people around you ain't going to think differently, you got to be brave enough to leave. I told you I left Las Vegas because I was ripping people off. They wanted to fucking kill me, so I needed somewhere to go. I was lucky enough, there was a duplex. My grandfather owned a duplex in New Mexico. I ended up in Roswell, New Mexico with $11 fucking and a box of dried food. That's all I had to my name. That's it, man. I clothes, like a couple outfits of clothes. That was it. I got dropped off down there. I'm walking the fucking street with my sister one day, and she said, she saw a Job Corps sign, and she's like, "Look, what is this about?" And I was like, I was in my mind, I'm like, "Yo, fuck that shit. I'm too cool for that shit. I run fucking circles around these small town hicks." You know what I'm saying? And fucking, but she's like, "Life ain't all peaches and cherries. Let's go check it out." And I did. And I went there. I learned a little trade. I got my GED. I never did nothing with that stuff. But what it did, it got me out of the street and showed me something different. Because up into the streets, I had been homeless. I lived in Haleakiola homeless shelter in Maui. I lived out of a car. I ate a 5-gallon bucket in the rainforest in Hawaii. When I was in Las Vegas, I slept in the Shade Tree Women Children's Shelter. So walked the streets all night sometimes because my mother was a lunatic. You know what I'm saying? I did all the wrong things. I did all the bad things, but fucking, I'm just a sinner saved by grace. You know what I mean? And it's just by the grace of God that I got lucky enough to get out of all of that. And anybody else can too. But you got to change your setting and your surrounding and your mindset. You can't be thinking that you're too cool to go get the job. Can't be too cool to go like sign up for the military, go sign up for the Job Corps, go sign up for this, go sign up for something you can do, something you can change right now. You can change all that shit in your life, man. And that's why I am the biggest believer of second chances, because Lord knows, I got my grandmother's car impounded. I got in a high-speed chase with the motherfucking cops, and they still found grace enough to let me go to New Mexico into a little spot that they had. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know what I was supposed to do when I got there. I just know people wasn't going to be trying to pop me when I got there. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, neither here nor there. But I wish the best of luck to everybody. I wish the best of luck to dudes in the pen right now. If they can somehow get out the pack mentality and they can say, man, like, I'm gonna change this time. You know what I'm saying? I believe in you. I think you could do it. I'm gonna get in recovery. I think you could do it. You know what I'm saying? I think you could do all those things. I think you quit smoking and quit drinking, quit popping pills, quit fucking doing dope, fuck all that shit. I know you can do it. I know you can find that wife, that good woman that's going to hold you down through things. You know what I'm saying? You just got to fucking want it. You got to fucking want it. And that's the only way that you're going to get it. I'll holler at y'all. Long fucking my little sermon. I won't do it again, but I did it. You can't say you didn't hear it one time.